Chips in hand. We're all fed. We're good to go. Sorry to interrupt your meal.
Oh, you're fine.
Yes, we are here for another episode of Canadian Talk, episode 140. We've got a guest today. His name is Jason Fearn. You can find him on Instagram under Fearn _ the _ plant.
Yeah, the original Fern, like the plant, was taken, so I couldn't do that. I
There
had
you
to throw
go.
in some underscores.
Do you have any other websites or?
No, just Instagram for now.
Cool.
I need to do a little YouTube thing so I can send a video into this one open mic down in San Antonio. I want to keep doing.
Cool.
It's really fun. I just gotta have a YouTube clip instead of any standard link. It's very annoying.
Yeah, fair enough. So, yeah, you are a stand-up comedian, and I came onto you by seeing you on Kill Tony, and then I further looked at some of your clips online, and I really thought you were kind of a unique person. So I was
Thank
like,
you.
this is somebody I want to get on the show, learn a little bit about what makes them tick and stuff like that. So, yeah, man, thanks for coming on the show today.
Of course. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, you bet. You almost got too anxious. You wanted to bow out at first. You were worried about this or that, and I was like, "What are you talking about, man? It's just talking."
I know. It's just the location where you're located.
Yeah, it's traumatizing. Hey, fuck this. Really though. Yeah, I'm probably more traumatized by my location than you are. So,
Especially right now. Like, I'm sure it's gonna be like -40 anytime soon.
anytime soon, dude. We're getting there. It's so fucking cold here. It sucks.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, I went up to college in Grand Forks, North Dakota, which is like an hour south of the border.
Yep.
And man, that was -40 pre-flight in an aircraft for my pilot license, and I'm done to that shit.
Cool. Oh yeah, you've got your pilot's license, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yes,
Very
I do.
cool. Well, we'll get into that. Got a couple of questions for you right off the rip, though, which are like the big questions. You did an episode of Kill Tony. I didn't have a chance to go back and rewatch it. Who was the people that was on there?
I was on twice. The first one was Steve-O and Adrian Appalucci, and then the second time was now that I can see his stupid face. Screams a lot, and then Ian Bagg was the other one. But damn it,
Screams
What-
a lot.
hold on. What is this dude's name? Shit.
Sorry, I should know this. I should. So you were on Kill Tony twice, man. That's pretty cool.
Yep. Yeah, it took. I've been signing up every Monday for the past 2 years, and only gotten on twice. Where other people just seem to get in and go with it.
Yeah.
It's
But,
a lot of.
I think you're still a part of the Kill Tony universe, and I think you've made quite an impact on it because you were unique up there. You know, you're one of those characters up there who's very calm. Like a lot of people go up there and they're just kind of like panicked out, but you got a good calm delivery.
Well, thank you for saying that, but it is pure panic while you're on that stage. Every comedian I talk to, it's so much adrenaline that you forget. Like, you almost have to write down every single thing in order, or you're gonna start forgetting what happened.
Yeah, I mean, when you think of that, like the best guy who's ever like the anchor, William, even he does it. But I guess his excuse is that he literally does the show every day, but even he has to write his shit down.
Right, like it's just so like I run the minute. My next minute I already got ready, but like I try to run it as much as possible. On the off chance to get picked again, I don't fuck up. It's only a minute.
I hear you, dude. So, how long have you been doing stand-up comedy?
I think right about 5 years now. Started in 2021 during the pandemic because I'm a big "don't tell me what to do" guy.
Yeah.
And they're like, "You can't do comedy or try comedy now," and I was like, "Watch this," and so I started comedy.
Cool, man.
I always wanted to be a comedian. It just took me till 28 to finally do it. You know what I mean? It's a lot of nerve-wracking. I know you get it, but
oh yeah,
it's just chain smoking cigarettes for the first 3 months.
Yeah. But comedy can really, it can really make a guy find his purpose. Like, and it's fun because it's a way that I'm not saying you're like me, but it's a way that somehow kind of you could call them like people that got the devil in them a little bit, like people that are a little bit narcissistic, people that are a little bit selfish, competitive. It's a way that people like that can give back to people, and turn that competitiveness and narcissism into help for other people, which is one of my favorite things about it. Um, and so, like, when you started comedy during the pandemic,
Yeah.
would you say that there was an inspiration? Like, do you have a person that was your favorite comedian? What really inspired you to? What made you able to get over that hump, like you said, of it's fucking nerve wracking.
Right. So Mitch Hedberg is my favorite.
Okay.
He's a one-liner. I'm a
Hey,
one-liner
hey,
too.
can I interject real quick?
Yeah.
That guy. Have you seen that new guy who's basically like kind of, he's obviously doing an impression of Mitch Hedberg. Like he's not just being a one-liner comic. He's like kind of taking
He
Mitch
is
Hedberg's.
doing
I'm curious, like
full-on
he's pretty
Hedberg.
good at it, and he's doing pretty good. He's rising up. What do you think of that guy? Do you think that he's a little bit, that's a little bit not okay, or do you think it's all good?
It's super not okay, and most,
Oh,
if not like 99% of the comedians in Austin, we kind of
yep,
exile that guy. Like he only hangs out by himself now.
fair enough. Yeah,
Cause I mean, you're
Carmichael, right?
Yep, yep.
Yeah,
And you're just stealing Hedberg.
yeah,
Like you can, like it is very clear that you're
yeah,
like. Some people were like, "Oh, we let Timmy No Breaks do Andrew Dice Clay," but that is different because he's not doing Andrew Dice. He's almost making fun of Andrew Dice Clay. He's
yeah.
not doing Dice. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Oh, I totally know what you mean. And what No Breaks does is the dice clay thing is a little bit more hard to do. It's a little bit like it's a real style, and he's kind of like
Right.
an Italian, so it fits. Whereas with Carmichael, it's like because anybody can do a Hedberg. It's so
Yep.
simple to do, and it's also simple to not do. So
Correct.
because like Rick Diaz is a one-liner comic, and
Right.
you don't see him fucking lifting anybody else's shtick. So, well, good.
Correct.
I didn't mean to just kind of ask. I didn't know that because I'm not in it over there. But like, yeah, I'm happy to hear that people aren't loving that. So,
Right.
yeah, yeah,
Which it's so weird because like I saw every time he goes on stage, like you just feel the tenseness in the back of the room where all the comedians are waiting and hanging out. But like the audience, I don't know if they don't know Hedberg, but they seem to love it. Like whenever he does do somewhat well. Sorry, Abyss is having the zoomies.
no worries, no worries.
It's and like he knows that nobody likes that, and
Yeah,
I don't know what it is, why he keeps doing it. There is something to say when you start, you do essentially an impersonation of your favorite comedians, but
of
it's
course.
on you to develop your own voice. Why are you relying on stealing an act, the entire act, the timing, the tone, the pace,
Yeah,
the everything?
yeah, yeah,
It
dude.
drives me
Totally.
up a wall.
Totally. Well, we don't want to kick a dead horse. Yeah, for sure, man. I love that. I completely agree with you. So back to you. I interrupted. You were just talking about yourself, and what
Yeah.
inspired you to do comedy, and what got you over the hump of nervousness at the beginning.
Right, yeah. So I grew up with a family of five. I'm the youngest, and whenever I had the TV, it was going to be on Comedy Central. Like I always loved comedians. Like I loved it. I always wanted to, and then again, still till 28, I didn't have the courage to do it. But essentially, I developed a little bit of a mantra because it's open mics. Not everybody's doing their best jokes or whatever, and I just told myself, if they can bomb, I can bomb. What's the worst that's gonna happen?
Yeah,
Silence. That's it. And yeah, when you bomb, it sucks, dick. But like, what are you gonna do? You gonna get better or quit? And I'm not gonna quit.
fair enough, brother. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, who would you say is your favorite comedian?
Well, Mitch Hedberg is the goat. Dave Chappelle's pretty quick after it. Also another great legend. Do you know Dan Cummins?
I don't know him. Sorry.
No, it's totally fine. I don't know why he's not a bigger name. He's got like nine specials on Spotify. Like
Wow.
he's got a great podcast now called Time Suck. He's almost my favorite just because people don't know about him, and I love putting people onto him.
Yes, I love that too. I love when you find a person that's like not many people know about, but is super good. I felt that
Right.
way about Ben Bankus when I found him back in the day, and then as well Jordan Jensen. She's obviously
Oh,
big
okay.
now, but when I first started liking her, she wasn't that big. Um, yeah, uh, cool, man. Yeah, like comedy is so nice like that. So, what do you think it is specifically? and this might be a tough question to answer, right? But that's what we do here. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Okay.
what do you think it is specifically about stand up when you were young that attracted you to it? Because I know, like for me, it was something. It was something about them being up there and kind of just talking to people in that free format. Like it felt like school. It felt like because you're young, you have to go to school and you have to listen to these boring fucking idiots. Like teachers, I'm not saying teachers are all idiots, but like
Right.
most of
There
them,
are some.
it's definitely the profession where there's the least qualified people conducting presentations. You know what I'm
Correct.
saying? And comedy just felt like what school should be like if the teachers were better. That's what it was like for me. But
So a couple things. Number one, I fell out of a two-story window when I was 15 months old. That's true. I have CTE. Like I keep bouncing my head off of shit still to this day. Uh, so also, growing up with two older brothers that fucked with me a lot, and I couldn't say my own last name. I couldn't say the letter R. So
okay,
it'd be Fearn. In a small rural town, I was fucked with every other day.
yeah,
So I was pretty depressed growing up.
okay,
And I've realized when you're laughing, that's pure happiness. You can
yeah,
be angry, sad, mad right before and right after you laugh, but during that laughter, it's pure joy.
fuck yeah.
So, why not make the world laugh and try to bring some happiness to people?
There you go, man. Yeah, I always say that as well. I always say that comedy really is it's a non pharmaceutical cure to depression. You know,
Yeah.
and yeah, I've never really felt depression too much. I don't think, but I definitely have a lot of sympathy for people who do. And I hate that thing where they go, I'm sad and I don't know what to do about it. That has always really got to me. You know what I'm saying? So, what do you do with a lot of your time nowadays? Like, do you have a full time job?
Yeah, I actually just went back to ironworking because downtown high rise window washing wasn't paying the bills,
Yes.
unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I mean, it was fun. It just pay. I got to pay bills first. So right now we're working 5 10s, 50 hours a week, and then luckily it's like 10 minutes from my house. But I live in the suburbs of Austin, not in Austin. So I'll get off work, head straight downtown, do an open mic, and then head back.
Fair enough.
Uh, if I get there early, like I try to get off Instagram doom scrolling, like we
Yeah.
all try to. So
Go.
I've been reading a lot more books. That's been helpful. Just trying to not be bored as shit for 3 hours before I'm bored waiting on my turn on the list.
Yeah. Fair enough. Do you have your own place, or do you live with your
Yeah.
parents? You live in the
Oh no.
suburbs, and you have your own place. You must be making
Right.
bank then, brother.
I like to say if I have a roommate, I'm gonna be fucking them. There's no. We're not doing roommates anymore. We're grown. We're not doing this.
Oh,
Like,
that's what's horrible about my life, dude. I have a lot of roommates.
yeah. See, and do you fuck them?
No,
Then what's the point?
yeah, and I'm older than you, but yeah, I have a lot of roommates. I basically kind of like run like a fraternity. It's horrible, but you know, I, I
Okay.
I really don't like working. So, and I make a lot of money from the renting stuff out. So it's just
Yeah, I
it
don't
is what it
blame you
is.
on the money part, you know what I mean, renting it out. And hopefully there's some, you know what I mean, actual fraternity going on,
It is.
hopefully.
Oh
They're
yeah,
not
yeah.
just
I
sitting on
become
toilet
friends with a
paper.
lot of my tenants, and that part of it's really good. But yeah, I'm thankful for how good the real estate is in Canada and all that shit. I've done good from all that, but yeah, man. So ironworking, that's pretty cool. Salt of the earth shit. Um,
Cowboy to the sky, if you will.
yeah. Well, I'm a structural engineer myself, so I
Oh, shit.
yeah, so I know a lot about that steel structures. Okay, what are we doing now? Hold on, bro.
Uh, Getting water.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
hungover as fuck. Sorry.
no problem, no problem. Okay, we're back.
Okay, we're back. My apologies.
No worries, no worries. Um, yeah. So, what about hobbies? Do you have like any hobbies that you do outside of stand up and outside of your full time job as a steel worker?
Not really. I mean, I sometimes play video games, but that's gotten kind of boring as of
What games?
recently. Just Call of Duty. My friends convinced me to download Battlefield, so now Battlefield, like first-person shooters. I used to really like racing games, but now it's
Love
just
racing
like
games.
play. Huh?
I love racing games. You know, you kind of look like a gunny. Like you kind of look like a gunny in the military. Not gonna lie, dude. You have a bit of that military like sniper look. Like you look, you
Thank
kind
you.
of look like Jackson, the sniper in Saving Private Ryan. You ever seen that movie?
Oh yeah, that's a good fucking movie.
Really
If
good.
one movie will make you cry, that's a good movie.
Oh yeah, that one gets me every time, dude.
Yeah,
Matt
so
Damon,
sad.
probably Matt Damon's best performance ever.
You're not wrong, and it's not in space, so we got that going for it.
Yeah. So, what are some of your hobbies?
Yeah, just like I been now play a lot of games on my phone, like Clash of Clans and Hearthstone, League of Legends, which it's called Wild Rift, but it's League of Legends essentially.
Yeah, yeah. There
And
we go. We
just
got our first
killing
burp.
time.
I burped on my last episode of the podcast too. I left it in, but it's fucking that's awesome. Sorry, continue.
I mean, yeah, no, I'm kind of boring in this sense. You know what I mean? I just kind of wait. You know what I mean? I'm just waiting to go back to work, waiting for an open mic, waiting for a show, waiting for. Yeah, it's just day after day, waking up. All right, let's go do this now. You know
Um,
what I mean?
you're,
I'm
you're
kind of
not
boring.
you're not boring. You're not boring. Don't think that. That's one of those thoughts that shouldn't be thought. I don't know why you'd think that. That's crazy, dude.
Well, I mean, it's because I do crazy shit, but then I just go do nothing. You know what I mean? Like
That doesn't
iron
mean you're boring.
working. I know, but like my job shouldn't be my only entertainment, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I do hate it when people are like their personality is whatever their job is. Like, oh, that
Right,
bothers me. It's like, let's say a person is like a teacher or whatever, and all they fucking talk about is work. I hate that
right.
shit. You know.
Yeah.
So where are you from originally?
Paris, Texas. It's about 5 hours north of Austin, like 10 minutes south of Oklahoma, if you know the map a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a very small town. Graduated high school with 65 people.
Oh yeah. Well, I definitely know that, man, because where I live, well, I live in a decent sized city, but there is, besides my city, basically every town around me, and a lot of the people that I interact with are just like that.
Yeah.
So what was it like for you, kind of growing up in a small town like that? Did you enjoy it? Did you? Because you say you were kind of depressed, but I feel like sometimes, unfortunately, that can be a thing that happens in small towns because there's not very many people. So there becomes like a very intertwined like relations between everybody, and if your family's like not one of the respected families, people will shit on you and all this kind of stuff. But some people
That
really
ma-
love it.
yeah, that makes sense, but like just going to hang out at Walmart parking lot because that's all you can do.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
what I've already played in the woods so much.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Now, what are we gonna do? And like, I can't just go sit somewhere. Like, I got good at it now, but like, God, there was nothing to do. So yeah, let's just go hang out at Walmart again. Yay!
yeah.
You know, of course, I'd go to church. The church was all right, but like, I got away from the small town vibes. That's why I can't do Facebook. You know what I mean? It's just a bunch of like small town drama, is what it seems like.
Mm,
Like I need more people or no people. You know what I mean? I can't do the 13. Get out of that.
fair enough. Yeah, well, at least your town had a Walmart. So like,
Right?
yeah. So like, do you like camping then? If you like being around kind of no people, do you do a lot? Do you do any kind of camping?
I should do more camping. I haven't been in a long, long time. I went through survival school with the military. That was up near your neck of the border, Spokane, Washington, like freezing cold, January, February. So that was extreme camping. You know, they give you two MREs and tell you to figure it out for 5 days.
Whoa, cool.
Yeah. Sorry, Abyss is shaking the frame.
No, no worries, no worries.
It's
Yeah,
on his-
I go to Spokane a lot, and Montana. I've got a few buddies that live there, and it really is beautiful. Because like it, you know why? It feels a lot like BC here in Canada, which is very nice, mountainous. But BC in Canada is very like yuppie and rich, and it's like considered like our best place. So it's very yuppie there. But if you just go south of the border into Montana,
Mhm.
it's like the opposite. For some reason, like hillbillies, people that live in Montana are people that are looked down upon. It's strange that it's the opposite in the United States. Yeah. So,
I mean, the Serena Till is from Montana.
oh yeah, yeah. Exactly. We
We're just
talked all about that, me and her. You know, which actually that jumps into one other question I wanted to ask you. I saw a picture of you because I looked through your Instagram a little bit. I saw a picture of you with I forget her real name. She was going to be on the podcast like 2 years ago. Her handle on Instagram is female fed smoker. She's kind of like a wild chick, and she does stand up.
Chantel, I think. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna get her on the show. She's like, yeah, sure. And then day of, she didn't respond, and I haven't. She hasn't responded to me since. And I was like, what's she like? Do you guys hang out? Or are you guys friends or what?
She's really cool. She's hilarious, like with an Instagram handle like female fed
Yeah,
smoker. You know
she's
what I mean?
wild, dude.
She is a little wild. We went up to the compound in Waco of David Koresh's place
Yeah, yeah.
and saw that. It's She kind of fell off the face of the earth. I don't know where she went, what she's
Okay.
doing, but yeah, she was doing comedy for like I want to say 6 months, and then just disappeared on everybody.
Yeah.
Nobody's
Isn't
heard
that
from her.
funny how sometimes girls do that? Like, and it seems to be like a specifically woman thing where they will just, when they're young, they just freaking fade in and out of all these interesting things. Like they live lifestyles that I don't think a man could get away with, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, they just. That's why, like, sometimes there's so many female comedians that I'm like, okay, yeah, you're doing it, but are you just wasting everyone's time by coming to an open mic 6 months and then not ever doing comedy again? Like, what is your goal? You know
yeah.
what I mean? Do you start jujitsu for your white belt?
Yeah.
What's the point in that?
Exactly. Exactly.
Like, do it if you're gonna do it. It's gonna suck for
Yeah.
10 years
Yeah.
minimum.
Yeah. No doubt.
Well,
No doubt. So
if you're cute, you can get on a lot of shows, but that's not the point.
true enough. True enough. They have a distinct advantage.
All right.
So, so you were going to be in the military, or what happened to get
I
you?
was.
You were.
Yep.
So tell me about
Yep.
that a little bit.
Yeah. Three like there's three options after you graduate high school in Paris, Texas. Work in a factory, and I didn't want to do that. Go to college, and I kind of hated school, so I didn't want to do that.
Oh,
And
yeah. Well, that
military.
takes one of the questions off my list.
Well, I did all three. We'll get there.
Okay, fair enough.
So yeah, 3 weeks out of high school, I was in the military, Air Force. It was pretty good. I like to say the military is really good if you have a good supervisor. If you don't, then you're kind of shit out of luck. I kind of had a little, like I had great instructors, but then once I got to an actual staff sergeant, it sucked. You know what I mean? They wasn't a good leader. They obviously couldn't do anything outside of the military, so they just stayed in. Now it's my problem.
Mm.
Like I respect authority as long as it's not retarded. You know what I mean? Like I can't have a dumb leader, but
Totally, dude. Totally.
I don't care what you tell me to do. I'll do whatever. Literally, I'll hang off the side of a building on a rope. I don't care.
Yeah.
Just tell me, and we'll go do that.
Yeah.
Like it's
Totally.
ah.
Man, dude, I love chatting with you, man. You have this effortless, funny quality to you. Like, really, this is one of my favorite podcasts I've done in a while, man. I don't mean to just kind of compliment you here, but you are really funny, dude. But you've probably been told that a lot of your life, haven't you? Or
Well, I've developed, again, going back to growing up, there's a lot of laughing through gritted teeth.
oh,
I guess I developed it so I wouldn't get my ass beat a lot. You know what I
fair
mean?
enough, dude.
Because
Fair
I'm
enough.
kind of an asshole, to be fair, narcissistic, and everything else you said about comedy, which
Yeah,
is right. You know what I mean? Uh,
yeah, totally.
Plus, not being able to say my own last name, I kind of had a chip on my shoulder, but I was only 126 pounds, 6'1", graduating high school. So like I
Wow.
couldn't fight. Like I
Yeah, yeah,
can, but I'm gonna lose probably.
yeah. At least
So
you had
yeah,
the height.
just
Yeah, you're even a little skinnier than I was. I've always thought I was skinny, and I was like around that 145 mark at that age.
yeah, that's what I'm at now. You know, luckily I developed muscle.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I guess I just naturally developed the defense. You know what I mean? If I make them laugh, then I'm out of the shit. You know what I mean?
For sure, for sure.
So
So,
yeah.
do you play? What's your nationality?
Uh, like American, but with the 23andMe stuff, it's like Norwegian, Swedish, Northern European mutt. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Oh, fair
There's
enough. Yeah.
all
Sorry,
the
I meant
countries.
to say ethnicity, not nationality. Yeah. So
Yeah,
you're
I was
so
like,
you're
man,
sorry. Say that again. You're Norwegian.
Swedish. Like, take a picture of Europe, and then as soon as you get like to Britain, southwise, no more.
Fair
Like,
enough.
it's just all northern north.
Yeah, you're like Nord. So you're like Nordic then. You're like a
Yeah,
runaway
essentially.
Brit. That's what I, as a British person, consider like all Swedish and Finnish people and all that. They're British and Danish people as well. They're really just runaway Brits.
It
That's
makes
what.
sense.
Yeah. So, do you play any sports or anything? Do you get any activity?
Not these days. I just did cross country and track. Again, being from such a small school, I did the 1 mile and 2 mile in track, and I was the only guy that did the 1 mile and 2 mile. So I was the long distance team.
Fair
And
enough.
then there was one year that I want to say it was my junior year. I was literally the only guy in cross country. So it'd be me and my coach driving to someplace like 2 hours away. I would run 3 miles, get back in the van, then I'd go home.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. No competition. You're the guy. You're the anchor out of nowhere. It does seem like a an avenue to get sexually abused by an adult or
It
something.
does. Yeah, I mean, it was weird when it happened. We're not making small talk. We're
Yeah,
just quiet.
yeah,
Like,
for
I
sure.
think I had a phone back then. You know, we're the same age. So like, I got one of the razor, like flip razors in middle school. So
Yeah,
like,
I
I
had that
think I
same phone.
found.
I had the slider one. I had the slider
Oh,
one.
I know, right? And then it would always like break and shit.
Oh,
Like
dude,
it
it
just
broke
wear out.
immediately.
Yeah, man, old tech. So I just like play like the minimal games that we could play. I think
Worm.
eventually I got an iPhone. So I'm playing like Fruit Ninja or whatever on the
Yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah. Cool, man. Fuck. So, what are some of the things that you like to do for entertainment? Like, what are you watching right now? Like, they could be podcasts, they could be other things. What are you
Sure.
watching these days?
For like when I'm at work and stuff, I alternate in between music and podcasts. Time Suck's a good one. Also Tuesdays with Story with Mark Normand and Joe List. Fucking love that podcast. Of course, every Tuesday I listen to Kill Tony.
Yep.
Just cause I'd like to see who I saw get pulled from the bucket 2 weeks ago, cause it's not a live tape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh, and there was this one show that I just got done with. Oh, Young Sheldon. Have you ever watched Young Sheldon?
I haven't watched it because I wasn't really a Big Bang Theory fan. But is this
Right.
one good or is it? Yeah.
Oh, it's so much better. Plus,
Really?
it's about some kid that's from East Texas, small town. His mom is deeply religious, and he's not.
Oh
Like,
yeah. So you feel like it's like your life.
if only I was that smart
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
a Nobel Prize.
Fair enough. What was the religion that you came up in? Because I know there's all different kinds of Christianity and stuff.
Baptist.
Baptist, eh? Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough, fair enough.
Yeah, Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night, my ass was in church.
Oh yeah. And
Yeah.
do you and you didn't like it like growing up, and how do you feel about it nowadays?
Do you know what nihilism is?
Oh yeah.
I like to say I'm a nihilist now because, like, if the Baptists are right, does that mean Jewish people are wrong? If Jewish people are right, does that mean Catholicism's wrong? Does you know what I mean? Like,
I know
how
what
do
you mean.
we know?
I know
So
what you mean.
if
But I am not a fan of nihilism. I will say that.
sure,
And because what do you think? Dude, I'm gonna get deep on you here for a second, and then I promise I won't take too much more of your time. Um,
no, you can do whatever, man.
so, what do you think? What do you think religion is for?
That is a great question. So the whole reason I got a sociology degree, because like, all right, yeah, so I went military, got out, went and worked in a factory, 84 hours a week for $9 an hour, and I was like, fuck this. Yeah, why do you think I didn't want to work in a factory?
Yeah, no doubt.
uh, so then I went to college, and I was doing my private pilot stuff first. Kind of fell out of love with aviation because the instructors kind of bad. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Okay, there it is. Same thing. Retarded leader. Yeah.
Yep. So I fell out of love with aviation, and I was just taking random courses because you can get a GI Bill. They pay for your college, and it's one of the easiest jobs I ever had. So I kept going with it.
Yep.
And it was my first semester of sophomore year. and I took an intro to sociology because I just needed credits, the electives. And my first day, I was like, you can study people. Something about large groups, I just love to study them.
Yeah.
Like, whether it's religion, gangs, politics, even, I kind of call it religion, believe it or not.
Cool,
Especially in
man.
America, you see how divided it is.
Yeah, that's a
But,
cool degree to have, dude. People always make fun of it because they say, "Oh, you can't really get much jobs with it or whatever. You can be a social worker." But I tell you, I totally get it because I started off in the opposite way, where I'm an engineer, so I studied like numbers and shit, and then
right.
later I was like you. I came into it later where I was so interested in sociology,
Hmm.
and I think that's cool that you have that degree.
Right. Thank you. But it's for the main question. I think it's just comfort. You know what I mean? It's a bird of the same feather flock together, and we all believe in this thing. So let's all go do that every Sunday or Wednesday night,
Yeah,
depending on the day of the week that you go.
yeah,
Like, especially being from a small town, that is like the, not to diss some people back home, but like that's their friends. The same way, like in the flat Earth community, I think they're only believing the Earth is flat is because that's their friends. They think it's, so
totally.
why not?
Yeah, it's like the
You know what I mean?
Sasquatch people as well.
You're correct. Like they're
Wait,
all the same feather.
just a second. My cat is freaking making a noise here. Just a second, and then we're gonna.
No
I'm gonna.
words.
Okay, one sec.
Oh,
All right. Yeah, we got some nicotine. Do you do any
yeah.
do you do any nicotine? Oh yeah, you hit the vape. All right, cool.
Yeah. I used to, dip, but I don't know, something about it. The smoking does it for me, where the pouches or long cut, whatever, just doesn't do it anymore. You know what I mean? So I miss it, but at the same time, you drink your spit 3 times and you're kind of done dipping.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I love dipping. I'm kind of still obsessed with it. I don't know when I'm gonna have a falling out with it, but yeah.
Well, I can tell you, go to switch to long cut and then mistakenly grab the wrong Dr. Pepper bottle at night.
Hey, I've done it. I've done it, dude. Totally, totally.
After the third time, I was like, all right, I think I'm done with this.
After the
I can't
third
keep doing
time.
this. Yeah. Oh yeah. I hit my head a lot.
Oh my god, that's hilarious, dude. Okay, so we were kind of on a serious topic. Let me just kind of expand on that a little bit. I asked you what religion is for. You talked a little bit about um, kind of
Right.
how it's there to comfort people, and like I feel you on that, man. But I feel like at the end of the day, it's like they're all doing that in different ways. Like each religion is trying to make people comfortable. It's
Yeah.
trying to create communities, and when to create communities, you have to put forward principles, whether they be like you said. You found sure you found these intersections of clashing things to do with the Baptists versus the Jewish
Sure.
Judaism or whatever. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's good to conclude with nihilism. Just like I don't think it's good to conclude with depression or hey, I'm
Sure.
boring or whatever other things the through point we found on this pod. Because I'm not religious. I grew up in Roman Catholic type shit, whatever that is, and
That's also a good way to get touched by an adult.
yeah, no doubt. And
Yeah. Sorry.
but I feel like I've kind of come full circle with religion where, and I just did a podcast with this girl, Angelina. She's like a devout religious girl, and I really am starting to see the benefit of religion a little bit. Like, I mean,
Sure.
like it helps a lot of people. It creates a lot of community for people. Um, and yeah, I mean, I feel like it most of all, it helps people avoid nihilism. Like,
Sure.
so that's what's interesting about your view on it. Um,
To be fair, if I can cut you off really quick,
of course,
nihilism isn't necessary. Or if we're going to take Friedrich Nietzsche, for example, because he is the quote unquote founder of nihilism, it's not about life as meaningless. It's finding what is meaningful to you. It's not, read the Bible or Quran, whatever you want to read. Nihilism is finding meaning in the suffering. You know what I mean? If you are depressed, find meaning. Do something. Don't just sit here. Yeah, if you're depressed that none of this matters and we're all going to be dead in 100 years with a whole new crop of people or robots, future's fun. What are you going to do about it? Don't just sit there. Do something. Like,
Oh,
go do comedy. Find meaning and try to give your life a purpose. It's not all just an empty abyss that you gaze into.
okay, fair enough.
If that
I
helps.
didn't know that. I didn't know that about nihilism. I didn't realize that
Right.
it was. I thought, okay, well, thank you. Yeah, you taught me about it a little bit there. I didn't know that nihilism had that aspect to it.
Right, yeah. 'Cause, I mean, granted, don't get me wrong. A lot of people, myself included at first, until I actually started reading Nietzsche. It's very hard to read. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah. Oh,
very
yeah.
uh, died in
The
the
only Nietzsche
1900s.
I know is like stuff that Jordan Peterson parrots. You know.
Right, exactly. Which I started reading God is Dead and We Have Killed Him. So essentially, what he talks about is back in the 1500s, 1600s, 1700s, the gods were the priests.
Yeah.
You know, they were saying believe and pray and do all the things, but especially when the priests were the only ones that knew how to read, write, do all this, they kind of just started taking advantage of people. They were
There's
using their
sometimes where
power.
I feel like we should go back to those days. Like I feel like sometimes it's a Bert Kreischer bit, okay, but like the idea that dumb people shouldn't read or like that is sometimes it feels so right to me inside that like it's annoying when sometimes when I see some by the way, I'm not like a right-wing liberal hater or anything, but
Sure, yeah.
sometimes when I see really stupid liberal extremists, I'm like, God damn it, like we should have never let you read. Like
That
go pickaxe into the ground and dig up rocks.
both sides, man. I can just that's why I'm very centrist, you know what I mean?
Me
Like
too.
I
Yeah,
again
because
quit
both sides
telling
are
me what to
important.
do.
Yeah,
You know
for
what I mean?
sure, for sure. Um,
But like both sides, they have their idiots, and I'm like,
yeah,
quit putting Trump or Pelosi, pick a fucking person on
yeah,
the highest pedestal ever. They just won an election. Who gives a shit? You
yeah.
know what I mean?
They're clearly
I kind
I'm
of
like people who hate certain sides because they're like I hate Trump, so you know I'm a left winger because and it's just like, do you realize that he is literally just like a poster?
yeah.
He is the face of the right. He's designed to
Hmm.
take your hate. That's the only position. That's the point. That's what preside means. How
Yeah.
stupid are you? So it's like so. I have a book recommendation for you though, because
Sure.
I like the one that you mentioned. But if you do you like do you know who Christopher Hitchens is? He
I've definitely heard that
yeah,
name.
he's dead now. He's a religious scholar, and he used to do a lot of debates. He was a British guy. He died of alcoholism, but he wrote a
Okay.
book called God Is Not Great.
Okay.
Check that one out. It's one of the only books I've ever read, man. I don't really read books. I do take in a lot of audiobooks, but yeah,
You said God is what?
God Is Not Great is what it's called.
Not great.
Yeah. So I'm curious if we can, right before we end and wrap this episode 140 up, I'm curious to talk to you a little bit about politics,
Okay. Sure.
just to see what you care about lately. Like I'm not here to debate with you or anything. Just I like to
Sure.
hear people's opinions. You know what's interesting, man? Because I talk about politics with a lot of people. I even bring on pundits and like real political people.
Hmm.
And what's interesting about people on the left when you're trying to discuss politics with them is it gets very adversarial very quick, and they
Sure.
don't even like to discuss things.
Any.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just like, we need change and that's it. And it's like, if you're not a part of that change, you're a bigot and a fascist. And it's like, okay, okay,
How are you going to change is what the Republicans ask, and then they go off in a debate, and then
yeah,
sometimes people shut down the debate, which is very annoying for me.
yeah,
So politically, I am whatever you are not.
you're a
I'm very much a
contrarian.
troll. That's correct. That's why I can't get on Facebook anymore, because I
Fair
just
enough.
spend my days trolling people. And the
How
fact
fun
again,
is trolling?
it's so fun. There's a great quote. I love it, and I use it so much. Even when I'm trolling people, I'll drop the quote to help them get distracted off the main distraction that I already did. It's just a box within a box, and I'll go for days.
Yeah, yeah, a nesting doll.
Correct.
Yeah,
Benjamin Franklin once said, "If you argue with people online, that makes just as much sense as nailing Jello to a tree."
really. That's amazing
And
because
Benjamin
during Benjamin
Franklin
Franklin's time, he didn't even have the internet.
correct. Which is what makes that so good. It's like, what are we doing here? Why are
Yeah,
you arguing, especially online?
yeah, yeah. Okay, so
Gives a-
So here's the
Good.
big question we always ask on this show about politics and stuff, and I'm curious to have your take on it. I've had a girl just a couple episodes ago who was a PhD in Canadian multiculturalism, and we talked a lot about it. Her answers were great, and and stuff like that. So basically, the big question is in the West right now.
Hmm.
We you could say we have a bit of an issue. I'm not sure if maybe that polarization that we have now could be a good thing because it keeps us all occupied. But
Okay.
in terms of the West, the issues right now are is this melting pot strategy because we're such a young country, United States and Canada. The
Yeah.
whole melting pot strategy of bringing in diversity, letting everybody do their thing,
Hmm.
um, is it working? Um, or what should be done in the West? Is the multiculturalism experiment working? If so, what does it look like in the future? If not, what do we do about it? Because we're not going to have a civil war, but like, are we? Do we need to be like Poland? Do we need to kick everybody out? Do we need to be like Russia, where we allow everybody in and but instead we set rules where hey, this is the national religion, like Russian Orthodox, that's their religion, and
Sure.
they have black people in Russia, they have Middle Eastern people in Russia, they have Asian people in Russia, and whites, and they all get along because they all stick to that central ethic, that central religion for the most part. Um,
Yeah, they especially in Russia, they have that like nationalism
exactly.
where Americans do. I'm sure Canada has it as well. It is a unifying front that hey, this is America, this is Canada. You know what I mean, for the most part, come. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? But mostly, I guess, libertarian. Like I've never voted. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Like
Yeah, yeah. So you kind of
especially.
think that it's kind of overblown by, let's say, the social media and the internet. So you're saying that you believe the West is okay. We're all
I
good.
think it'll be fine. There is, I mean, again, points on both sides. If you come to the country, and mostly the only thing that the government gives a shit about is taxes. And if you're not registered as living here because you're not here, you're not going to pay taxes. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You're
Well,
going to get a job underneath the table, and that's why they give a shit.
yeah, let me
Uh,
jump in right there. That's what's
yeah, go
interesting
ahead.
about it is it's almost like democracy is really it is inefficient compared to, let's say, like autocracy in Russia. Like there is a lot of little sub industries in terms of the taxes thing. They make a lot more money off this whole thing by keeping us all, believing that our votes matter. I have this
Correct.
I have this interesting theory now because I want to jump into like the whole women's empowerment type stuff, but
Oh,
um,
no.
yeah, but like I have this theory where it's like, and I got it from somebody else, so it's not an original idea by any means. You will have heard it, but like it would be cool if I'm not saying women shouldn't vote. I'm just saying that
I'm not
like
saying that,
I'm not, but like I like the idea that maybe women can't vote until they get married. So like, but then the man makes the final vote, but his vote becomes worth two if he's married.
that's actually funny.
So,
Oh,
yeah, so maybe that would be like, but like, so what do you think about the whole women's liberation, women's empowerment in the West? Because a lot of people say that it's screwing up the democratic system because women literally like 95% of the time just vote Democratic, vote liberal. Do you believe that the women's empowerment movement is good? Like I'm all because they say those guys who are against it, they say all the statistics are showing that women are as unhappy as they've ever been, and all this kind of a thing. Do you believe that it's that the whole feminist movement is a big conspiracy, like they say, to just collect taxes from that other 50% of the population, or do you think that it is ultimately going to be a good thing, and we're going to have all these women warriors that are going to or has it ultimately been a bad force?
that's that. I mean, it's a great topic. You know what I mean? Go
Yeah.
on for ages. But so I don't. I'm trying to write a bit slash like. There's something there. You know what I mean? The seed is there, but. I don't know if you've ever been on dating apps or you know what I mean,
Oh
dating
yeah.
history, whatever. Every woman on a dating app is liberal.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a lot of Republican women on dating apps, and is that because they can keep a man, or are they married?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, why is it only liberal? I
Yeah,
know the majority of women are liberal. That's fine.
yeah.
But why is it only liberal women on dating apps?
Very strange. I
Like,
know, right? It's like they're looking to try to find that liberal man that they can control. You know what's also interesting about
sure.
dating apps is it's like that is a woman's world. Like I have so many buddies, and I just feel for them so much because they don't seem to have the success that they want on dating apps. Like it's that whole hypogamy thing where it's like women really have the control when it comes to the dating apps thing, which is a little bit of an imbalance of power. You know,
Right. And I mean, we're both good looking dudes. I haven't really had a lot of issues. Plus, I now live in Austin.
word,
I
word.
can tell you, dating in Denver was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, yeah,
It was like my go to reference. There's two really bad dates. The first one, she showed up like 2 minutes before the time. And she bragged about how she was early, and I'm like, all right, whatever. And then the literal second thing she said to me was, if you were ever in the military, you're a piece of shit and you should die. So I just pulled out my dog tags and I was like, all right, where are we going with this?
where are we going with this? Yeah, man. Fuck.
But the second one was, and growing up in Texas, sure, I look Republican. I get it. But this one woman just flat out goes, "Oh, I got to be more liberal than you." And I'm like, well, "What do you mean?" She goes, "Well, I'm from New York and you're from Texas." And I'm like, "Okay, ask me a question and we'll go from there." And she
Yeah,
goes, "Who did you vote for in the 2016 election?" Or she goes, "Did you vote for Donald Trump?" And I go, "I didn't vote for Donald Trump." And she goes,
yeah.
"You got him elected." And I go,
Oh,
"What?
yeah.
Not
That makes
voting
me so
got him?"
angry. I hear you
Yeah,
because it's like a lot of times, ladies, or I don't want to put it all on ladies, but
right,
I hate when people look at politics as some sort of a morality contest. Like
right.
it is not that. It is not that at all.
It's really
Yeah, it's like, and they think that your moral worth is equivalent to what you believe and which leader you vote for, and it's just
right.
it's really troublesome. And yeah, I don't know.
It gets slightly better.
Yeah.
I got. Do you know who Andrew Yang is?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Did you ever see his podcast with Gillis?
Oh, dude, I think oh shit.
If you haven't
I
seen that
watched
one,
this with Rogan. I think I missed Gillis, but that was one I was like, oh, I gotta watch that, and then
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. I saw Yang
Time.
on Rogan, and I like to watch all the podcasts, and like I spend
Right,
way too much time, probably 12 hours a day watching podcasts. I find that they're more engaging than audiobooks. But yeah,
right,
Yang was a good guy. He had a lot of good theories, but he was a proponent of UBI, which I don't think is a plausible, economic thing. So, but
I agree.
yeah,
But if I can somehow weasel my way into $1,000 a month, I'll take it. Also, he said he'd want to legalize marijuana, which we can get the tax revenue from,
yeah, yeah,
and
that,
change a lot of shit.
for sure.
But the main point was like, I didn't vote in the 2016 election. I was actually going to vote for Andrew Yang. And she goes, "Who's that?"
Of
And I'm
course.
like, "And you're more liberal than me. You don't even know."
Don't even know. No doubt. And dude, with that, I'll just say this has been Jason Fearn, stand-up comedian. Please go find him on Instagram under Fearn like the plant with underscores between each word. And yeah, thank you so much for your time today, dude. Thank you
Oh,
for all your thoughts and everything. And
no, it's been fun. Thank you
yeah,
so
anything that
much.
you'd
I'm
like to
glad I got over it. You know what I
for
mean?
sure, for sure. Me too, man. This was awesome. To
Yes.
finish off, do you have anything that you want to say at the end there? Or?
Have fun. Be safe. I love you. Bye.
Okay, cool. All right, that's Canadian talk, guys.